Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my channel is focused on people who want to have a relationship with Jesus Christ and want to knock out the middleman, which I mean religion, churches, and just have a straight, direct relationship with him. So if that interests you, stay tuned. Last time I spoke, we were talking about Gideon and Christ calling Gideon. And we talked about the first wave. So just to recap really fast. Gideon was told to raise an army. And so he sent out word to a few of the tribes that were around him. And 32,000 men showed up to fight against the Midianites. The Midianites had been oppressing him for like 7 years and they were tired of it, right? So God says that is way too many. So you just tell everybody who's afraid or fearful they can go home. No harm, no foul. I really don't mind. So Gideon told them, and 22,000 left, which left 10,000 men. That's roughly about 69% of them that left. So he says, okay, now we're going to do a second cut. Excuse me. And for this, we're going to send the men down to the creek to drink. Tell them to go get a drink of water. And he says to pay attention. And there will be men that lap like a dog with their tongue in the water. And there will be those who bend the knee and cup the water to their mouth with their hands. And so he sent the men down there and he watched. And out of that, only 300 of those 10,000 men bent the knee and used their hand to cup the water into their mouth. That's roughly 3% of the total 32,000. Okay? The soldiers he kept, I think you can consider them a remnant. So when he talks about the remnant in the scriptures, he really does work with remnants. Okay, he takes them down to nothing. That's because he wants you to know who's fighting for you, who's fighting this battle for you. So the ones who lapped like a dog and their tongues were in the water, okay, these people were expecting somebody else to keep watch for them. Somebody else to keep them safe. Say, many people are looking to somebody else to keep them safe. They're looking to their government leaders. They're looking to their religious leaders. They're looking to their families, maybe. Their friends. I mean, how many of you people check your news feed the very first thing you wake up? How many of you check your news feed before you ever think of praying? You check to see if anybody's texted you, see if anything went on during the night that you missed, right? Well, those are the people that are expecting other people to take care of them. And what does Christ tell us? He says, do not look to men. Do not look to men to tell you you're okay, to tell you you're on the right path, to tell you where the path is. Don't look to men. Okay, we have Jeremiah 17:5. And I'm just going to read it to you. It says, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Lord. If you're trusting in a man, you're not trusting in God. You can't have it both ways. There is no man on this earth that speaks for God and to tell you what to do. If there was, he would have told you. Psalm 146:3. Put not your trust in princes, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help. So that's fine if you look to them to take care of you as far as the government goes and stuff like that. But when you're talking about your spiritual life, your spiritual thermometer, There is no man on this earth that can tell you that you're all right with God. There is no man on this earth that is able to forgive sin. Read your scriptures. Only God forgives sin. Okay? So it's pretty clear that there's no president, there's no doctor, there's no church leader, there's no prophet, there's no bishop, there's no father, there's no pastor. He says that if you look to these men, you are departing from God. Your heart is departing from God. So the men who bent the knee and lapped with their hands, those men were upright to the point that they could take care of themselves. They were drinking, but they were looking around. They were what Christ would call wise as serpents. He tells you that in Matthew 10. They're doing the will of God, so they expect their eyes to be sharp, their minds to be clear, and they expect that they'll be able to detect the enemy at any moment because of that. Okay, they trust that God is going to tell them if there's something they need to be concerned about. So while they were drinking, they were taking care of their own safety. They weren't waiting for somebody else to take care of their safety. They were taking care of their own safety. So the next wave selection, like I said, is going to leave just a remnant. The winning of this battle that the remnant will fight is going to cause the greatest revival of all time, because people will know. And if you're not in the battle, that doesn't mean you can't be there watching it. You can't be there supporting and aiding the people that are in the battle. Okay. So the people watching this battle, in the battle, wherever you're going to be, you are going to see just who God is. And you're going to know for certainty that your religious leaders, your government, that nobody has the power to protect you like God does. And that all the wisdom that they're trying to impart to you is nothing compared to the wisdom of God. The world's changing. The new generation, they're going to embrace it and run with it. Us older people who've been brainwashed into religiosity, into all the legalisms of whatever. Every church has its own legalism. So whatever legalism you're bought into, this new generation is not going to buy into those legalisms. I have kids ranging from the age of 44 down to 15. And from about 35 to 44, they still kind of did what I asked them to, did what I told them to. But around the age of 35, God cut these people into a different mix. And that is the age group that started questioning why. And to us nice little staunch Mormons, which is what I was, that was very annoying. It's like, well, because that's what we do. But why? Well, I don't know, because that's what we do. The prophet tells us to do it, and we do it. So go down from him, who's 35, 36 right now, down to my 15-year-old. My 15-year-old has a relationship with Jesus Christ. And he sees religion for what it is, and what a joke it is for all these people who once a week they race to church and please tell me what to do. Please tell me if I'm okay. Oh, I'm going to take communion. I'm going to take the sacrament. Now I'm okay. And just tell me. He doesn't need that. He doesn't need that, because he has a relationship with God. He prays to him. He thinks about him, and he does what he thinks God wants him to do. So he assumes that he's fine, which he is fine. So just know that the world is changing. God is getting his army together. And the people who get through the next tribulation are going to know God And they are not going to trust in the arm of flesh ever again. They will be his. And he knows that. So hope this information's been good for you. Just remember that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. You follow him, follow his words, listen to what he says, and he will lead you back to the Father. Till next time.